No man goes through this life untouched. Life's gonna hit you hard and you need to be able to bounce back. Everybody gets hit, soldier. You got breakups, betrayal, disappointment, death, rejection, failures, heartbreak. And the thing is, these things hit every one of us. Ain't nobody exempt. But you see a lot of people, more specifically men, let this shit bottle up and let this shit consume and destroy them. There's so many guys out here who have plenty of potential, who could have been the next president. Guys who could have invented something that changed the world. So many men with high potential to go up in the world stopped right in their tracks because they didn't take the time to recover. They let things bottle up. They might jump from relationship to relationship. Maybe they're avoidant. They like to bury themselves and distract themselves in work. And some men stay intentionally distracted 24/7. They can never just accept things for what they are and face it. Look guys, life sucks. And the longer you live it, the worse it gets. I'ma just be real with y'all. Your girl might cheat on you with your best friend. Might lose your job. You might beef and fall out with your family. Somebody might hit and total your car. That's the thing about this life. It's very chaotic. But ultimately, this is where wisdom comes from. And if you have been punched in the face by life before, you know that it could happen again at any given moment. So if you know that, you need to be able to take breaks and heal between each punch. And yes, what I'm talking about is taking time to yourself to intentionally sit down and heal and process the last punch so that way you can go ahead and take the next one. Why do y'all think that boxers between rounds have to go sit down and have a support system in their corner where someone applies Vaseline on their face, patches them up, wipes the sweat off them, gets the blood off them, gives them some water, gives them the words of encouragement to get back in there for the next fight, for the next round? Why do y'all think they do that? And I know damn well y'all ain't better than some of the best fighters in the goddamn world. So put your pride to the side. Realize you need to be like that too. You need to be able to sit down, go to your support system, whoever that might be. Even if it's just you, even if all you got is just you. Take the time to heal, man. That's right, slow things down. Understand that yes, you just got punched dead in your shit. And now you need to recover. Alright, because there's another one coming. That ain't gonna be the last one you ever gonna get. You know, where have you ever seen that in life where you just might be inconvenienced one time and then the rest of your entire life is smooth and perfect? So life has taught you that things are just gonna happen that are outside of your control. But what is in your control is how you react to it and perceive it and what you do to get back on your feet. So let's take it from the example of a man who's heartbroken, right? A lot of you guys tend to just jump right into another relationship or hop right on the dating apps and be like, man, I'm gonna heal between some cheeks. And I get it. I understand completely. Trust me, I get it. If you really genuinely feel that heartbreak, that feeling that you try to hide deep down inside you, that you try to get high from to escape or drink from to escape, or you try to go hang out with your friends to escape, or whatever you do, video games, work, whatever it is, your hobbies, whatever you use to try to distract yourself, you need to understand that you're gonna be vulnerable to the next punch. Let's take it back to the boxing thing just one more time, right? Let's say you're betting on two fighters, right? Let's just say that the guy that you bet your money on at the end of every round just stands in place. He doesn't try to get no water in. He don't got no support system telling him words of encouragement, nothing. He just bloody all over the face, just standing there waiting for the next round to begin. Meanwhile, his opponent is sitting down, he's getting some water in, he's resting a little bit. He's better for the next fight, right? Wouldn't you be pissed off staring at the TV screen like, what is he doing, man? Go drink some water. Exactly, and that's you betting on another man. Why ain't you betting on yourself? You need to drink some water too. All right, let's just fuck what everyone else think just for a second, right? We all know you're this big, strong, tough guy who nobody can do anything to, and you can't ever get your feelings hurt because you're a cold, heartless bastard, right? We all know this is you. You might have fooled yourself into believing that that's really who you are and that nothing can affect you, but life is gonna teach you real fucking soon, motherfucker, that you ain't. See, life humbles those who need to be humbled. And if you're just standing there at the end of every round, after getting punched in the face by life and not drinking no water and not recovering, doing what you need to do and process shit so you can be ready for the next fight, you're going to lose. This is how dudes end up exploding and blowing their goddamn brains out because they let everything bottle up for years. And let me be fully transparent with you soldiers, because I was never perfect too. I was just like that growing up. I'm the oldest sibling and I'm a man. My whole life I thought it was weak to have feelings and to show feelings and to, have to heal and shit like that. But as I've gotten older and I experienced more in life, and like I told y'all, life humbles those who need to be humbled. I've learned, after getting punched in the face and not recovering, You absolutely need to take the time to heal. You need to be intentional about this. You need to actually sit down, whether you have a therapist or whatever the case may be, whatever you're into that actually soothes you and actually prepares you for the next punch in life. That's what you need to be doing. And I will say therapy is a big one for a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all have never talked to a psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist, nothing ever in your life. You're just walking out here in the world like Billy Badass with all these unresolved feelings and traumas that you never talked about or never actually unpacked and went through. And you're just becoming a nuisance to everybody around you, including yourself. You see, because these unresolved feelings of anger, grief, sadness, these things bottle up and actually they need an outlet to get out. They're going to transform into something else. Right? Energy doesn't die, transform. Those are all energies that you have inside you. And if you don't let them out in some type of way, they're going to transform and turn into something way worse that you probably won't even expect. And all that unhealed damage adds up, right? Every time you get punched in the face, that's scratch here, scratch there. Now your eye socket broken. You know, you might have got a broke jaw. All this damage, it adds up and it shows in your face. In other words, it comes out on other people and your situations in life. For those of you who avoid healing with work and distract yourself with doing your job, you're going to experience burnout. Or for those of you guys who go from relationship to relationship, and I'm talking about serious like relationship, right? You know, you could meet the right person. That's great. That maybe they took time to heal and then they came back out and you didn't. And you could mess shit up with that. Maybe you get a little injury in the gym. You know, it starts off as a soreness, and then all of a sudden now it hurts every time you move your arm up and down just doing regular shit. Like now you got a real injury, and what you gonna do? You just gonna keep working the same thing out, just keep making it worse? No, you're gonna take some time to recover. You know, for all my athletes and all my serious gym goers, you guys already know, sometimes you gotta hop in that ice bath. You gotta get in the sauna, you gotta see a sports massage therapist maybe even. Recovery is a part of the fight. You cannot keep fighting and expect to win in this lifetime if you don't take time to recover, heal, process, and then get back on your feet. A lot of you guys think it makes you a stronger man to be able to take a punch and to just keep going without stopping. But actually that's going to slow you down and make you weaker over time. Like I said, you'll be more vulnerable to the next punch every time you try to thug it out. And again, this is a lesson I learned from personal experience. I'm not just hopping on the camera pulling shit out my ass. I know what I'm talking about. You need to take some time to heal and to recover. If you don't, life will make an example out of you. For the betterment of yourself, for those around you, friends, family, loved ones, whatever, take care of yourself. Especially if you got kids. Take care of yourself, heal up, because another punch is coming and it might be harder than the last one. You need to be able to take that one to the chin too. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, but most importantly, stay Apex.